Hey everyone, it's WHM Brick Bros back with another video, and today I will be showing you how to make a completely modded version of your Anakin's Jedi interceptor or starfighter, whatever you want to call it. With landing gear, which was something I was very disappointed LEGO didn't really include, and that kind of thing. A redone cockpit on the interior with just a nicer, cleaner look. Some modded back pieces just to make it look better, and a better version. I mean, not great. I mean, you know, it's better in a way. Version of R2. I got a lot of inspiration for this video by a YouTuber called Two Bricks. I can link his channel in the description below. Pretty cool channel. Got a lot of cool stuff on, you know, Star Wars. As Star Wars, like mods, mocks, some other things too. Just a lot, basically Lego in general. So he's cool to check out. Got a lot of nice modifications. Mostly does modifications. Definitely does some mocks. Totally go check him out. Very cool. So, without further ado, let's get into the actual improving this. Alright, so before I get into the actual part where I'm going to show you how to improve this, let's just go through a bunch of features that I have changed, and then others, you know, just go through it. First of all, I'd like to say LEGO did a really nice job on this. I don't find a lot wrong with it. It's just that there are some things that are bugging me. Really nice Anakin here. I really like this. This is like third movie. Revenge of the Sith. Definitely nice Anakin. First Anakin I've gone. And then a nice R2-D2. Again, you know, I have about 5 of these in my collection now. So, you know, not a highlight, but still a good figure to get. Shows up definitely a lot in the Star Wars universe. Alright, so now let's get into the actual ship. Overall, definitely a great build. There's just some things that really bugged me. First of all, I've already modded this, and I will show you how to go through this, but definitely added landing gear here. So these guys fold down and then fold out like that. So when it lands, it's kind of like at an angle. Since these wings are at an angle, this thing is at an angle compared to the wings, but it's flat. And then one foot in the back that folds down like that. Now again, I did get a lot of inspiration from this, from Two Bricks. He gave me inspiration for the landing gear, definitely, and, you know, just the overall idea of changing the cockpit. But definitely a different build from his. So then next I got into the cockpit. I really didn't love the way the cockpit looked, you know, just overall. But some of the key things that caused me to change it, I wasn't too unhappy about it. I was fine to leave it. But what happens when you go down here and add a landing gear down here is you can't really move stuff around and get yourself able to put in your 4x8 piece here on top of what you have there. After you put on your these guys right here, these 4x's, those guys, so you have to change that around so those guys don't get used at all, and then it ends up making it a deeper cockpit. Another feature I really didn't love was that it just kind of looked like this cockpit was just stuck on, which I guess it technically is, but it didn't like that back piece. Here, I'll show you what I mean by that. I really just didn't like the way they did that back piece. They just really didn't put a lot of effort into that. So this here, it just doesn't look very good. And again, I mean, obviously Lego, you know, they're just trying to get, it's much more stable than what I have come up with, but it's not, it just doesn't look good. And then again, the landing gear, having R2-D2 actually sit in is cool, but you get these giant things that stick on the bottom here, right here, these, and that just doesn't look good, and it's just not a very sleek look. Now, removing those can be a problem because then you can't put R2-D2 in. So if you pull this out, you'll notice it's not a full R2-D2, and he doesn't fit in. So what I've done here is I have kind of created my own version. Definitely inspiration here of changing that from 2 bricks. What I've done is put some 2 circle, like half circle pieces in, stuck them on the sides, and then just put 2 circle round pieces. And I'll definitely show you how to do all that step by step later on in this video. But just first, I want to show you what I did. But that's just kind of nice again, because now R2-D2 can actually turn his head. And that way, by just putting in one of those, if I put in like a 2x2 with all 4 studs, that wouldn't have been possible. But this has allowed that to be possible. And if you're wanting to play with it, then you just take your other R2-D2. Now the problem is you probably want to have 2 R2-D2s, but you could also just switch the head back and forth. One thing that I do notice about this is it's not much different than the other Jedi starfighters that have come out in the past from the Clone Wars, with the more like arrow shaped design. Those you only stick the head on and then you put the little body inside, like Obi-Wan's for instance. So that's kind of how that was done. And so that I thought was fine. And then let's get into the interior of this cockpit. I kind of redid it. I did not want to like completely redo it. I definitely thought that he needed to be leaned back, but I did add some more control panels, tiled it off here, if you can see that. And then also, just if I remove these wings, you'll notice before there was like a giant gap underneath. Well, I got rid of that and made it really sleek, and it almost lines up perfectly. Now, obviously, there's a gap because I can't really do that there. It just doesn't work with the way I designed it. But that is really nice. And again, you'll see that these things are like that, and there are none of these pieces that were through. So that were originally connecting that, and I had to put in different pieces there. So let's get into how I built this. So that'll be this next portion. Alright, so let's get into that. Alright, so I'll show you all the pieces you're going to need for the cockpit section of the build. Again, you probably want to just keep your wings exactly how they are. Don't take those apart if you're going to follow along with this. Because I'll just show you from the point where they are, and just it's very few things that you just mod. You don't really want to like rebuild the whole thing. Whereas the cockpit, it's gonna be more of like, let's rebuild the entire thing. So just to start off with, let's get some 1x3s right here. So those, then you're going to need so far I have 2 of those, a bunch of 1x2s. So let's see, you're gonna need I think 10 1x2s. Now again, these are all pieces from the set and from that you are not going to have as part of the set. I'm just showing you all the pieces, and then we'll get into the actual building. So you're going to need 9 so far 1x2s, and I think it's a total of 10 1x2s. Sorry, there's one more. So 10 1x2s right there. If you can see that, along with 2 1x3s. Now again, this is not going to be all the pieces at once. I'm just going to take what I have and then put it out there. So then you're going to need a total of 3, 5 2x2s, and then two dark gray, 2x4s, and then some 4s. You're going to need 2 4s. And then you're also going to need 2 4s with like 2 studs on them, like 1 on either end. You're going to need a third 4 right here. 2 spring-loaded shooters that should be with the set. Right there. And you can also get like the green laser missile things. Then you need 2 of these like blue axle pieces. Should be with the set. One is like your crossbar, the other one's like the classic Technic thing that hooks into like holes. 2 of these, they should be 6 holes long, and they're like kind of thin, so they're not the thicker one, they're like half that size. Those also should be with the set. Then you're going to need a variety of control panels, one of these, which is with the set. Comes with the set. And then I throw in another one of those. Just 3 control panels. Those I'll put down here. So those. Then you're going to want 2 blue, like, curved pieces. You know, they're see-through. Those are going to be for the engines, along with 4 of these black circle pieces that have 4 studs, and then like the crossbar shape in the middle. So you're gonna need a total of 4 of those. Another 2, so that's gonna bring it up the total up to 11 tours. 1 light gray tour. I'm just gonna set that there. A light gray tour with a clip, 1 clip only. Light gray, one of these. This should be with the set. 2 studs, 2x4. One of these jumper plates, 2x2 with that 1 stud down the middle. Then you're gonna need 2 of these pieces that like kind of turn a corner, I guess. 3 studs on top. 2 of those. Then another 2x4, so a total of 3 2x4s. And then a 2x8 dark gray or dark bluish gray. 2 flat 3ers. Just like that. I'll put those back here. 1 flat 4. These are all dark bluish gray. Another 4. That's a total of 4 4s. A dark bluish gray. Again, like a piece, like a turning piece. Kind of. It's like an L. But in this time, it's like 2x2. Like 2x4x2. I don't know what you want to call that. 2 more of these turning pieces, but they're in the dark bluish gray color. Another 3 flat piece. Then you're going to need 2 of these, or 1 of either side, so they should kind of look like this. They're 3ers, and they have that slope there. It kind of goes out to a 2 point, you know. These guys, they're just kind of like slopes, I guess, with like a little end sticking out. This is like a 2x3, starts at 2x1, reverse slope, I guess you could call it. And then these guys are kind of weird. They're with the set. They're like, they start at 1, they slow out in 2 different directions. Those are then end up at 2x2. I'll put those there. You've got 4 of these 1ers with a hole in it. It's very important that they do have that hole, because that's going to be kind of key when you'll see what I'll do with that. You're going to need 2 of these clips kind of things. Those are going to be helpful there. One of these guys, just like that. And then a 2x that has like a hole in it. That'll go back here. 2 pieces that have like a slope. These are dark bluish gray, along with most of the pieces here. Anything that looks grayish, darker grayish to use, definitely dark bluish gray. Then, you know, your classic windshield piece that definitely comes with that set. Your 2 cheese slopes that are brown. Those are brown, not dark red. And then also following the brown, you've got a 2x2 and a 1x2 flat piece. And then a 1er cheese slope and a 1x2 jumper plate. Those are all in brown. Then you've got a, like, the opposite of a clip piece, dark gray, dark bluish gray. 2 of these circle pieces with a hole in the middle. They're like 2x2s, like that. Those come with the set. Then these guys, these are like the jointed things that turn. 4 of those total. Those are what's going to replace these black pieces here that were originally there. Just to get those wings to get in the right position, you're going to need 2 of these sloping pieces here. Just like that. Those will go right there. 1 flat 1x2. A dark bluish gray jumper plate. 2 1ers. A cheese slope and dark bluish gray. One of these, I don't know what to call that. It kind of like sticks up in the middle. That's important if you want to do the landing gear. One of these Technic pieces. It's just thin on one end. It sticks in. It allows the cockpit front windshield to hook on. One of these right here. Just like 2 with those 2 Technic things sticking out. A flat 1x1 like that. And then one of these right here. It's like curved on the bottom. It kind of comes up on the bottom. And then, of course, you've got your giant cockpit piece thing here. That's always nice to have there. Won't look quite right without it. And I think that's it for all the pieces. So right there, I've laid them out. It may be kind of hard to see these ones in the back. But if you need to go back, rewatch parts of it to make sure you have all of them, that's cool. Now let's get into the actual build portion of this. Alright, so now that you've got all your pieces right here, we can now get into the build. Alright, so first, when you want to build it, you're going to need this piece right here. That's just what you're going to start out with. Once you've got that, you can take your light gray curved piece and put that right on the bottom there. just like that. Then, you're going to want to take, 2 dark gray pieces and put them just there. And the other one there. So just like that. Your dark gray turning pieces. And then you're going to want to get your clip here and put that across the front there. So, right there, now you're just going to start the landing gear right here. Using this piece right here, that's going to go on the clip. Then you're going to stick this piece on top of that. And then a 2x1 with 1 stud jumper plate, like that. Then you're going to add your, like spring-loaded shooters on to either side. I guess do like one off, so there's like the 2 here, and then there's 1 hanging over on either side. And then once you've got that, you're going to put your 2x8 on just like that, so that there's 1 back there. And this thing should be able to tilt up just up until there and like kind of fit snugly, I guess. And then you're gonna want to take this piece here, and you're gonna put your 2 6er like small. And so if you'll notice, it's like just in the middle, so there's 2 on either side. Then you put your other one on. Again, now it's the regular thickness, so it's a half the thickness as your like more normal ones, I guess. And then you put both your blue pieces in. One has a crossbar on it, and that one's going to be facing out. And then what you're going to want to do with that is these, you're going to take the, and you're going to put 2 black pieces on each one. Like that. Then you're going to put your trans blue piece here. And that's an engine, so you're going to build 2 of those. So that just goes on like that. Oh, sorry. That is actually going to go on the other side. So if you're following along, you can... It's easiest to probably just take one of these and pop those out, just because this piece here is hard to get off. So again, you just put that in over there instead, because originally it was the other way. Now they want you this way, so just use. You can even use your brick remover. I just do not have one near me. So that works. Any piece like that really works for that kind of thing. So now you build the exact same thing. You can even start going the opposite way. Trans blue, black, black, and then the dark bluish gray with the hole in the middle. And again, those black ones have like the crossbar in the middle. So then you have something that should look like this. And now it's just going to stick down right here, just like that. So once you have that, you can then put a 2er right here, just like so. And then another 2er. And then you're gonna want to put your clip, like your reverse clip piece, 2x, right here. So then you're gonna put this guy on. That's your like reverse clip piece. Then you put these 2 on right there. Right there like that, just so they're sticking up. And then also, this piece here, the 2x2 with 1 stud. Or 2 studs, sorry. And that should be facing like that. And then you're going to want to put a 4 on right over here, just like that. Oh no, sorry. You're going to want to put a 4 right here. So just move it down 1. And then put this guy on right here, so it's just like that. And then a 2x2. Again, right here, you could use a 4x4 if you have one. I know I have some, but I couldn't find them, so I use this. It works just as well. You could even use 2x4s. Totally another option. Just want to make sure it's nice and secure. Then those 2 pieces go here, so it's just kind of continuing that. Then you're gonna want to put your ones of these right here. They're like pieces that hook into the wings. Just like that. Nothing too fancy. This is pretty simple build. It's just not easy to figure out how to do. There's definitely some components that you want, but just don't work super well. Next up, you're gonna add a 1er, and then, oh no, sorry, no, not a 1er. You're gonna add a 3er and then a 4. So that's something that you're gonna want to do right there. So 3er up here, 4 right. You could do it the other way, but I like to get it as secure as possible, so that there's no like 2 with the same gap. That way. So this way, that allows you to do that. That should be. You could use a 6er and a 1er, but you know, it's meant to be used like this. Then you're gonna get a 2x4 here. Then, you're going to want to put, yeah. So here you're gonna want to put these 2 pieces on. One at the front. Now this is where the reversing the 3ers and 4s might have been smarter, but this still works. So you put one on either side. You put another one of these in the middle. You put your 2 dark bluish gray flat 1ers, and then one of these. So that one goes in. This goes in the middle with your little piece right here, this light bluish gray thing, and then there should be a dark bluish gray flat 1er on either side. Just so let me get that for you. I'm not able to find that. Well, so technically there should be another one here. I'll see if I can get one. But at the moment, I do not have one with me, so let's just keep moving on. And that's not a big deal. If you don't have them, you can use some other pieces, including like half circles that kind of work. If you have those, but you know, dark bluish gray, these work the best. Oh, and then you're gonna want to put your dark bluish gray jumper plate on top, like that. All right, so now you have those. Oh, now you have those on. You're actually gonna remove that 1er. That was the original idea, but what I changed is putting these on. So, again, this was not super smart because this entire thing comes off, but it still works pretty well. So you've got a flat 3er there. That works just fine. And so once you've got that, then you can get into the next part. I'm going to put a 2x4 on either. No, a 2x4 on either side in the back here. So there's a gap there. just like that. And then one of these right here. Just like that. So that's like perfect, I guess. Then you're gonna want your a flat 4 on this side, and then that flat 1er, like that. And then on the other side, you're going to take your 2er and put it in the back and use your last flat 3er. So that just kind of tiles that off right there and like that. Then you're going to want to put your flat brown 2er in the very front, followed by one of these right there, just like so. Okay, so once you've got that, you can put your first once you have that, you will be putting a dark bluish gray piece right over there, like that, just like so. And one of those can go right there, just like that. Once you have that done, you will be able to put in your other one right here. That should go on top of a dark gray 2er. Again, these guys like to fall off a lot. You just kind of have to put them back on during this building process because they will get fixed later on. So that, once you've got that right there, you can then move on to the next part that I've done, which is building this windshield piece. And there will be more done to that cockpit. Obviously, it's not done, but first we're going to get into this windshield. So, to start, you're just going to want to stack these corners so that you've got 4 of them, stack 2, and stack 2. So, just like that. Then you're going to take, once you have those going just like that. One thing that you'll notice, and then you'll get right here is these. So, this is an option that you can make. You can either put these on up here or down here. When I use those right here, you can pry this off, which is what I'm going to do. And put these guys down here instead and have maybe a nicer looking top. And I don't mind having these on the bottom too much, because we already got that light gray one. But just take that, put these, and I guess they kind of go like this, but you don't hook them up to next, so you put those on, a 2er right there, just like that. And so once you have that, that's your basics, but you definitely have more, and I'm not getting my... Alright, so once you have this right here, we're going to just keep going from there, because the main part of the cockpit, this piece is going to hook on. So if you don't understand how this is going to work yet, this is not done yet, but this piece is going to go there. Now, one thing I will, before we get to finish this off, is I'll tell you that this is kind of flimsy. It's not the greatest design, I'm going to say that. Because it just doesn't quite, it falls off a lot, and there are definitely some improvements that need to be made. So now let's do this. So there's a 2x4 on top of that. Then on top of that, you're going to put your, these guys that like slope. Those are just kind of weird pieces. I don't even know what to call them. And then another 2 or so. As you'll notice, we're just kind of place for this to go like that. So that's exactly how that hooks in. And then just to finish that part of the roof off, you just want to put one of these on. And that's just to kind of like cover up the back so there's not really so much of a back windshield. And it just has a pretty nice look. So now you want to make sure these guys are on. This is the best way to put this on. And I know that this cockpit is not finished, and I get that. But what you're going to want to do, it's easiest to put it on now because I'm going to add pieces later that are going to make it hard to put on, but it'll still work great and it'll look better. So just like that. So you're just going to push it down so that lines up and it's like completely flush. Then it opens up and that kind of, but again, alright, it wasn't supposed to do that, but it pops off really easily, and I have figured out ways to get this a little less, but technically, these do a pretty good job. There are definitely other pieces that you can use that are better, and if you really make sure these are really pushed in, they won't pop off as easily, just because there's, like, it's kind of going into something else, but the problem is if you push them in too far, they won't stick down. So you kind of got to find a happy medium between those. I'm just getting this nice and pushed in, just like that. And then it just clips on. Now, the only problem with this is it will end up folding all the way down. Unlike the other one, which I think would only open until here. It might have folded all the way down. I definitely think I should build some kind of like stopper for that or something that won't allow it to tilt anymore, and maybe a better clip mechanism. But for now, that is really nice and good. It did fold down, not all the way. So that's something that just was how that one worked. All right. So with the rest of these pieces, we're gonna finish this off. So you're going to put one of these and one of these here. You're gonna slope up right here. So just like this, you're putting slopes. I like this because it just kind of continues like this flowing movement. And you're putting your oneers right there. Then up here, these are going to go right like up there like that, kind of. And you're just going to use this guy, flat light gray oneer to it, and then this dark gray. Just like that. And the light gray isn't really seen except for on this side, and on that side it's even fine, and it won't be seen once you close out that cockpit. The final piece, I'm missing a piece actually. I do not. Oh no, here. Then the final piece is you're just gonna put this 2x4 right there. Your little control panel that did come with a set. And then this one right there, and that is your full cockpit interior. And that just looks so nice. So I'm going to take Anakin and put him in. I do think that the feature on the wings of having Anakin's lightsabers clip on, like, I always find that nice when Lego does that kind of thing, because I hate it when there's no place for blasters, no place for lightsabers. It annoys me so much. And then just finally snap that guy on. And you've got a really sleek, nice looking cockpit in my opinion. It just looks so much better. And I like the little splashes of light gray, and it's not all dark gray. Even though I know it probably should be more dark gray than it is, I like the way it looks. If you want to put more dark gray, go ahead and put 2 dark gray pieces here. You can definitely come up with different contraptions for this. This is definitely one way to do it. I don't really have certain pieces. I think there's tubers with holes in it that would work better, but I'm not really sure. This is just the way I came up with it, and that works just great. Right, so now let's get into the wings, and I'm going to show you how to put R2-D2, a fake R2-D2 in here, and I'm going to show you how to do this other wing and just make it look all nice and tidy. So let's get into that. Alright, so what I have done here is I have completely destroyed my wing up until this point. So you'll notice I am keeping all of this the same. Everything else is going to be changed a little bit. And that is pretty much the key that right here is this back part of the wing is this same, but it's like a lot of it is very different. So this is going to be the wing with R2-D2. So you're going to want to destroy the wing with R2-D2 in it. The other one I do still have intact. This is the new version. And so I'm just keeping most of it. I'll just go through what I have here. You've just got like this. Just give you a nice look at that of what I have and how I'm doing it. So you can replicate this when you're destroying your ring. I did just leave those connected. So now let's go to show you the pieces that I'm going to need right here. So key pieces I'm going to need is like this. First of all, this is the same. This is the piece that goes right here. It should be in the instruction. Don't destroy that. It goes right there. That's going to be exactly the same. There are definitely a lot of similarities, but just like the way it's supported and stuff is definitely different. So one of those, just to start. Then you're going to need this piece, which is definitely part of that the set. That's a long 1 by, I think, 12, 1 by 12. Your 2 by 6 light bluish gray, 2 dark bluish gray 2 by 4s, and 1 light blue, light bluish gray 2 by 4, a light bluish gray 2 by 3, and a light bluish gray 2 by 2. 2 light bluish gray 1 by 4s with 1 stud, or 2 studs, 1 on either end. A light bluish gray jumper plate. This weird light bluish gray piece right here. It's kind of like a clip. A light bluish gray angled piece. Like that. That's a 3er. Light bluish gray piece like just like this. A light bluish gray 6er. There's a lot of just one piece. Light bluish gray, or no, 2 of these. Light bluish gray, and they're like the circle thing. Those are just important to hold things together on the bottom. Then you're actually going to need 1 more light bluish gray jumper plate. That just goes right there. Then one of these pieces, we used that for the landing gear last time. We're going to use it again. This piece, this clip piece right here, it's like a tour with a clip on the end. Just like that. That's in light bluish gray, and then these are the last 2 light bluish gray. You've got your logo, Republic symbol, and then you've got a 1er. So that's all your light bluish gray pieces. Now let's do the dark bluish gray pieces. So all these next pieces are going to be in dark bluish gray. You're going to have 2 of these. They are like just like this. They kind of have like things that come out. That allows you to like reverse where you are. So 2 of those. I'll put those right there. 2 clips. Just like that. 1ers. Those are dark bluish gray again. And 1 of these. 2 by 2 jumper plate. That just has 1 stud in the middle. An angled piece. Like that. And then a dark bluish gray circle 1. Right there. Then I've got this clip. I'm using black, but you definitely light gray would be much better. I have 1 light gray, and I have another light gray one, but only 1 for the wing, so the other I'm going to put black. It doesn't really matter too much, it's not a huge deal. Then you're going to need this little clip piece. You're going to need 1 of those for each wing. But I'm just going to go through what you're going to need for this one, because it does vary because of the way it's done. 1 of these little things. 1 of these weird, like, I don't know what you'd call that. Like maybe something that a minifig would hold to like direct traffic or something. I don't know. Or like for a landing shuttle. 2 yellow tours. 2 yellow flat 6ers. A yellowed angle piece. It's like a tour, same piece as this one. A double one of this. In yellow. one yellowed reverse sloping piece kind of thing. And then finally this giant yellow piece right here. Just like that. And then finally your whites. You're going to need 2 of these, just circles with that crossbar like shape in the middle. 2 of these half circles in white. And then finally your R2-D2 head. As always, you're going to need that. It won't quite look the same with that. I'll tell you that. Alright, so now let's get into the actual building process of this wing. So using all those pieces right there, I'm just going to keep them laid out. Just so it's easy for you to see what I'm doing throughout the process and what pieces I'm taking away. So again, you're starting out like this. Just like so. This is kind of like, it's definitely an interesting build. They do stuff in an interesting way. And it's like, I've designed this, I definitely got a lot of inspiration from 2 bricks, definitely had not having a full R2-D2, but again, his design, a lot of times, I don't have all the pieces. And so I end up making my own design that's different, but with pieces that I have. As you can see here, what I'm doing is I'm going through and just like making sure I've done everything. So here I've got, I think that's a 2x3. Yeah, so that's a 2x3 there. And on the end, I'm sticking this 1x6 right there, just like that. I'm going to flip that over, and so you can just see that, what I've done there. And then I'm going to attach another, once I have that on, one of these. So you could have actually left this on. I didn't realize that when I was taking everything off. One of these, this is part of the set. I thought it was part of the rest, and the support was different, definitely. A lot of this is similar to the set. There's just definitely some key changes that have been made. So you don't want to just follow along with the instructions because this is kind of how you do it. So that thing goes there. That's just that continuation. We already know that. I seem to be missing a 1x6 light gray piece. Not sure what happened to that. But, so this here is going to be like that. Oh, sorry, no. You aren't putting that there. You're putting a 1x4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a 1x4 piece. So this piece right here, I did not have that here. I'm not sure why it was not like in what I was using for whatever reason. So just take a 1x4 from your collection. That's not too hard to get. And then just this yellow piece on top right there. So that seems very similar, and it is definitely a similarity. And then right here, you're going to flip it over, and you're going to put your light bluish gray piece right here. Your light bluish gray 2x4, and your light bluish gray 2x3. That all just lines up there, just like that. You flip it over. And you may be noticing how this is definitely different. I mean, it's not a huge difference. And again, this is not a full support at the moment. So just bear with that. And then you're going to take your long piece and put it right along here. And that actually does go like right there if you took it apart how it should be taken apart. And I did kind of force it apart, so there may be some things that don't go in so well, but, you know, the goal of this isn't to be perfect. So, yeah, here, you're just going to want to, like, put your, like, yellow tour up in there, and put your other yellow tour so it's just overhanging and lining up right there. Then this piece goes there, and you're going to want to put your dark bluish gray stud, or maybe, is that, yeah, it's definitely dark bluish gray, not silvery. Right there. And then that piece goes right there. I honestly don't know what to call that. Kind of like an angled tour, I guess. 2x2, I don't know. Not really sure what to call that, but you get that. You get the point there. I seem to be missing some pieces to this, because there should be 2 of these that were taken off. One goes right here. The other one is going like down like this, and that was connected to my 4. So I'm wondering if that was when I took it apart. I like destroyed something. But there should be another one. I can show you in the instructions at the end. I'll see if I can find that. I'll get to that. So don't worry about that. Just follow what I'm doing here. Then you got your 6er. Right there, just like so. That, I think, yeah, it goes just like that. And then you're going to put your other 6er right here. Should be just like that, and then to connect that, you put that there. And then you're going to put this guy, which is the wrong way, I guess. I do not have the right way. That's strange. So this piece is actually supposed to be the opposite way, same as this. I'll even show you. It hooks here, just like that. Less of a connection, I guess. This is like a better connection, but I don't know. So that thing should be like this. I found it, but it's not the right way. I'll keep looking for that. Let's get on to the build. Keep working with the build. So on top of that, just since it's there, we can put our Republic symbol. And then you're going to put this guy on like that. Just like so. Alright, so once you've got that done, then you can, so now we're going to flip it over to the underside, and that's basically where we are. So right here, you've kind of got this precarious, not super well designed area, and I agree. But what I'm going to do right here in this next part is build with all these pieces, a fix to this. So this is the whole part where I'm going to build R2-D2's little thing, fake R2-D2. So one of these, you're going to cross it with the dark gray, and then these 2 light gray. That one here in the middle can definitely be light gray. I just obviously have one here, but I'm using it somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I am using light gray there, sorry. The 2 dark gray go on the edges, and then the light gray goes in the middle. Then on the bottom, if you flip it over, you're just going to put your clip here on this side, and your other clip, this 2x clip right here. That's for Anakin's lightsaber. I definitely didn't want to leave that out. And then I should be having another, again, this is a part that was kind of connected. I should be having another dot. So for whatever reason, some things definitely popped off at some point. But technically, there'd be another dot that would go there. Then you're just going to put a 1, so it's a 1x1, like, circle piece right there. And then you're going to put this one here. And then on the other side, once you've got that, I'll show you how to put that on. And then this piece goes right here. That one that actually should be light gray in my opinion. Like, it just would look better, but I don't have light gray, so I'm not going to use light gray. Then these can be light gray, and, you know, a lot of these pieces I just don't have the greatest colors in, but it still works fine. I kind of like the variety of dark gray and light, just like the mix. So you're putting these things together, the jumper plate on top of that. So you're putting that right here. So just like that, right here, perfect. If you've got that, then you're just gonna stick your, white pieces on top of each other, just like that. So that's just right. And then on the other side, under here, you're going to take this guy. You're going to take this guy. And then you're going to take your foot. And just like that, you've got that's basically your foot piece, right there. And then you'll want to take a dark gray oneer. Silver works to, like this dark chrome piece here, works too. I'll use that, and again, I didn't show that. I think I've had like a section that just went somewhere when I was doing that, and then you're just going to put that piece on top there. So that kind of connects that all, and then you're just going to stick it up. So R2-D2 should fit just perfectly right up in there, and then your foot would be right there. So right there, you've already got a really nice clean, and then you can turn him so he's facing forward. So that's like this great thing that I love about this. So, and then just hook it on here using that, like that. And then these can fold in. I just want them away for parts of it. And you should have this nice look. And when you put it down, the foot will come down. Technically, it should be like this. So it's kind of at this angle here. And when you put it up, I just like to like fold it so it's just like that. That way I don't have to like fold it around a ton, and it still blends in pretty nicely. You definitely could every time turn it like this. It just means every time you land it or put it up, if you're displaying it, you could definitely have it up in this position, or if it's down. Like I think this is key for displaying it, but also just playability. I mean, come on, Lego really didn't do a good job with that. I mean, I guess the other way works for displaying it, I guess, but, you know, I don't. So now I'm going to show you how to build this wing right here. Let's get into it. So I've got right here, I've taken it apart. So you're going to want this blank, and that's going to be from this piece right here. So that long piece is going to be that piece there. And then nothing should be on the bottom. It should be pretty much flat like that. If you can see that. So this one's a little less destroyed than the other one. You don't make as many changes. But let's get into the pieces that you're going to need. Very similar pieces. You know, a bunch of 2x4s. You're going to need 4, 2 light gray, 2 light bluish, 3 light bluish gray actually. 3 light bluish gray, and 2 dark bluish gray. And then another 2x4 right there, but it's flat. A 2x6, this is all light bluish gray. One of these oneers, I found a dark bluish gray one, and your clip in light bluish gray, your weird light bluish gray piece, a black clip just like that. Definitely that black adds a variety, kind of, like it just changes it a little, the feel. Another one of those clips. 2 of those upside down, like circle pieces. One of those angled pieces, and not that piece. That was something else. I will mention I did find the other one of these. It's right here. I'm not really sure what happened to the rest of the pieces. I was able to find another one. It just goes just like that. Same as the Lego instructions. I just took it off because of support reasons. So a lot of that was not changed. But those are all the pieces right there. Let's get into the build, and I'm just going to leave those right there. So just to start, a really easy thing you can do is just put that piece in. Now, that looks okay, I guess, but what I did was I added this piece just on top. It kind of like adds to this and just adds a little more depth. You could put that down lower. Maybe that would look better. In your opinion, it's really up to you, in my opinion. What do you want to do? What looks best to you? And then, again, you just want that completely flat, because otherwise this is not going to work. First of all, just add dust pieces. Same on the other one. Just adding a little extra, like, stuff on the top. So that's, like, similar, if you know what I mean. Just like that. Just like so. And again, on the bottom, there's going to be a dark bluish gray 2x4 on either side, 4 apart. Now, the thing is, you could definitely put a 2x4 here. I just don't. Again, I'm really low on 2x4s. For whatever reason, I thought I had a lot, but I don't. So I'm putting a light gray one right there. And this is actually really only so that the landing gear really works, this extra layer. And it's just like, it gets rid of that bulky stuff and holds it together better. So again, you've got your clip and then your stud. You've got your 6RS is the same as last time. Then that goes the clip. This circle piece on both sides. This is like exactly the same. Then you put your landing gear on, just like that. Just like so. And then you can hook Anakin's lightsaber in right there. I love that feature because it's just nice to have some place to store your weapons for your characters. So once you have that, I will take the rest that I have so far. This, and then on the other side, I didn't really show this last time, but I'll show it this time. You've got your black things, you've got your gray things. Sorry, right there. They clip together just like that. Something's not quite right. Oh, here. Yeah, just like that. And it kind of lines up nicely. I mean, you kind of have a gap there, but it doesn't look bad. I think it actually looks nice. It's just like a little difference because it's hooking in in a more realistic spot. You've got Anakin's lightsaber down here, right there. Again, I'll say I like that feature so much. And then the landing gear can fold down. So all you have to do to fold the landing gear down is this one comes down. These come down like this. Now, it won't land properly if you just do that. So you have to... sorry, that was off camera. You have to, like, turn it. So I'll show you on the other one since that one was off camera. See, you don't want that flat with the wing because that's not going to land right. You kind of have it at an angle. And this may seem kind of confusing. You just turn it like that. And it's not actually that hard. You're playing with it. And it comes in. They're up like this. And you've got this one up. It comes in. All you have to do is reach back, fold that one down. And then these ones fold down pretty easily if you get it in this position right here. So they're always like that. Because all you have to do, fold, and then it lands. And it lands pretty nicely, and you do have to kind of adjust them. But if you can see right there, I'm going to get this on a lower point. So you can see just right underneath this. So let's see right. So if you can see that right there, just like that, pretty much, underneath you'll see there that clip, and so that's at that angle. So that's like a perfect view, right there. You can definitely see right there. So that's just like at that angle because this is at an angle. So it's at an angle compared to that, but it's actually at a level. And then you've got that back foot back down there. And if you want to see, this all can come in. I don't know if I can show it very well. This camera's, but this comes in. Here, raise it. So this kind of comes in like this. You're flying it in. Then you just kind of move these feet so they're just in the right position. And then push the back foot down. And then it just kind of lands. It's nice. And it's a good... Very well done, in my opinion. I really like how that worked out. And then you can have them power. The only thing I don't like about this design is that the cockpit goes all the way backwards. It doesn't stop right here like the actual Lego one did. But, you know, you can just throw a piece right there. And that'll stop it, sort of. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, you can probably definitely figure that out. And there may be something like that I'll do. But then Anakin can get out. Definitely, I do like that he's like kind of angled back. I do like that feature. Everything else still works. These things still open. Is that right position? R2-D2 obviously does not come out. But then you can kind of like act like he does. But the problem is you can't really get him out. So there's always going to be an R2-D2 in the ship. I mean, you could take this part out, but that part's always going to be in there. So, you know. That's the only thing downside if you're like wanting to play with it. You're always going to have an R2-D2 in there, but you know, I don't mind it too much. And so that's going to be it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you like this video, there's more content like this. I'll link my channel down below. You can also just click on that icon. If you like this video, like the video, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Dolly HM Brick Bros. See you next time.